Hi, my name's Keith, and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about how to encounter an ancient enemy. Yes, it's a demonic enemy that's now past February who's able to influence people more. That's why there's been a surge of nightmares, a surge of people being fearful, a surge of people having anxiety. All these different bad emotions are because this enemy is more free in the world, especially because this enemy comes from the book of Enoch. And you guys better read that in prior or after watching this video because it's really going to help you guys. It's going to it's going to help you guys understand what's going on in the world now. Why are all these emotions popping up? Because a lot of people are feeling guilty, sad, and ashamed, and just all these negative emotions, and they're like, where'd this come from? Where is this coming from? Where did this feeling came from? Actually, no, not a lot of people are asking where it came from, but a lot of people are just feeling this anxiousness and all these disturbed feelings, and they think it's their own, which this enemy sometimes can't really do much with you, especially when you're black tourmaline as a necklace. But when you're wearing black tourmaline, when you do put the iron around your property, when you put black tourmaline around your property, selenite around your property, which I'll teach in upcoming videos, you have new ways to protect your entire yard. Ooh, how cool is that? Whoa. Florida Stone Man teaching about how to protect people's yards now. Yeah, and actually it more than protects your yard, it actually makes your yard angelic. Now, I do have to teach about this more, and I'm still learning how to teach about this, but specifically we're talking about anger in this video. Now, and I've seen some YouTube comments, like demonologists commenting in my comments, well, a demon has more of a job a demon has more to do than make someone angry. What trickster spirit is this person talking to? They didn't even get a lower level demon on the phone. They just got a flat out trickster spirit. Well, this level 10 infernal told me I'm going to be a god. Okay, but you're a middle school teacher in North Carolina in the middle of nowhere. Like, do you really think a high level demon's messing with you? You're foolish. And they actually take advantage. It's a lower level spirit taking advantage of you because you're foolish. Now, off that topic, because people are so easily fooled. People are so easily fooled. They think whoever they're talking to on the other side, if that thing says, and keep in mind, the Most High is God, the creator of heaven and earth is God. Whenever an entity tells you that you're a god or etc., saying, oh, you can start your own kingdom. I don't even entertain any of that. They'll start doing all these, for the people who are clairvoyant, they'll start demonstrating and blah, 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 blah. That's a topic for another video, but by the way, if you're wondering what's on my hands, it's the beautiful new rings. I have to stop myself because I just noticed that copper, which, yes, copper oxidizes over time, but it has conductivity for people who want to open physical gifts such as telekinetic abilities. So that's a myth, by the way. Telekinetic abilities, but steel is very good for warding off evil and sending back negative energy to people who send it towards you. So I don't use silver in my rings because not a fan of how it ages, and I know steel's a lot stronger, etc. But on to the topic of this video, because I'm going to be teaching a bunch of these in the future. And I just thought about a video about spiritual precious metals. So what's this energy of anger? Now, I'm going to go down a whole line of, maybe a playlist in the future, maybe a series, but these beings will hit upon your weaknesses. Why are you supposed to? And there's about 200 of these beings, and they're able to astral travel onto your yard. They can sometimes astral travel into your home. So you'll occasionally see someone who looks like a shadow or a cat. And it's not a real cat, it's not a real person. It's not what you think it is. So what's really important for you guys is to understand sometimes when you're wearing black tourmaline or when your house is spiritually protected, they could be across the street sending arrows. Unfortunately, this is the way this world works. They can telepathically communicate with you. And they definitely will. If you're spiritually gifted, they will try. Because that's all they can do. That's all they have time to do. Now, what's really important for you to understand is if you have shadows, they're going to be using that. Because unless you fully worked on it, this is why I'm telling you guys to do shadow work. I made such an emphasis I don't know why you guys have to do shadow work. It's because your shadows can be manipulated. They can be bent and twisted, and they can be broken apart into making new shadows. But, yeah. And it's not a good thing. It's not like, oh, the shadows are benefiting me. What happens is you become succumbed by your shadows, and the shadows are now taken over. So one of the shadows is anger. What happens when you get angry? I'm going to tell you right now, nothing good comes from a human being angry. Nothing. People are like, well, isn't that how you make change? You can make change without being angry. The second you get angry is when your judgment is clouded. What's a human's judgment upon the Most High God, the creator of heaven and earth? You give your anger straight to him and let him take care of it. But the second you act out of anger, your judgment is now being influenced by these category of ancient enemies. There's about 200 of them. And a whole bunch of other things in the world, but these things are a little more loose now than ever. One thing that's really important for you guys to know, if you are someone who you're secure in your environment, etc., you're very positioned, let's just say, and maybe you're not. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But let's just say you're feeling fine. And look, see, this is one of my rings. It dropped. I can't find it. Grab a napkin. I just dropped the napkin. Nope. I'm going to take a little basic, and it's dropping now. Great. Okay, it's a kind of a mess now. Oh, great. I gotta put the bracelet back. Okay, 1 second. I can't even get the bead. Put the bead over there. Okay, where'd the other napkin go? Okay, I have to go. Where's my keys? Where's my keys? Okay, where's my phone? Okay, someone's trying to call me. And this didn't happen. Wait. That's someone from TikTok, Tanara Chocolate. Why did my phone open on that? So like, okay, you gotta go. I'm looking for my keys. I forgot what I was doing. Okay, someone messaged me. I have to call them. I can't find the bracelet that I was gonna put on. I was about to put on a bracelet today. Okay, where is my bracelet? Oh, I'm dramatizing it. I'm like, okay, I'm forgetting something. There's something on the ground over there. I have to pick it up later. Okay, I forgot to put the new necklace on my angel statue before I did this video. This video is a little bit later. This is just a dramatization. This is just a dramatization. There we go. But the thing is, what leads you to get angry is being overstimulated. So maybe you're someone who just doesn't get angry. Like, you just don't get angry. But when you do get angry, it's pretty bad. Whew. So these things will try to throw over. I got a hair in my face doing that. Oh no, there's a hair in my face. Oh no, there's... But, and I'm going to tell you how to counter this, because you're in a rush, you can't find something, a text you have to reply to, or you're on the go. Let's just say you don't have time to do stuff like this. Maybe you're late for something. Maybe you can't find something. Maybe you spill something on your shirt, your pants. Maybe you're just not feeling your 100%. Maybe you're at 99%, as I call it. And you're overstimulated. Guess what happens from there? Everything can get in. So when all these emotions and overstimulants pop up, guess what happens? Now you're distracted. Now you can't focus. Now what you want to do is something you can't do fully in a clear mind. This is just an example of how you can get overstimulated. So what happens when you're overstimulated? You're overthinking things, you're angry, maybe someone messages you and you message back quick, but it was kind of rude. Maybe that was an important person to you. Maybe that person misunderstands the communication. Maybe they get kind of frustrated with you. They message you back. You don't like what they have to say because you kind of were in a rush. Now a whole bunch of things is popping up. Maybe your energy, and as long as it can get, if you're overstimulated, and I'm talking about the energies of anger. So I'm not talking about when you're fully angry right now, but working your way up there, because that's how you get angry. No one says, okay, I'm going to be angry today. People actually get angry because a ton of little things happen and it makes them very upset. makes them very off guard. It makes things that feel like nothing's going their way. So even if they can't do this, they'll do it through other routes. So another way they'll do it is the dramatization route. Another dramatization route. Oh, I said it correctly. Yay. So let's just say something happens. So the energy of that happening will be emphasized. It's kind of like that with clear quartz, but clear quartz would clear the blockage and dissolve it, so that's a bad point. So that was a magnifying glass. So let's just say you're heading out the door and you spilled a little coffee on your shirt, but you don't have time to change your clothes. Now you think the coffee stain looks 100% worse than it already was, but then you look in the mirror when you get in the car and you're like, my hair is not, or my hair, nails, whatever is not as perfect as it usually is, and people are going to notice. Now you're not feeling yourself. Now you don't feel like you look good. You don't feel, and when you look good, you feel good, but when you don't, you're not feeling yourself, so you're just getting overstimulated. So if you get the point, everything's working up to get you overstimulated. So now, if anything else happens, now you're already in a bad mood. So if something inconvenient happens today, I don't tell you guys anything bad happens to you. So let's just say your appointment got canceled, or stuff is getting moved around, etc. Now you're upset. Now you're mad. Now you're angry. Now you feel like giving up. And I'm someone who doesn't really get angry like that. So the closest people could... So people ask me, what's the closest that sometimes you think that you can get angry? Well, when people come on TikTok Live and talk bad about Jesus. So I don't get angry, but I understand the enemy is trying to send adversaries. So I'm like, okay. Because they'll try to get to your emotions. They'll try to get to what you love the absolute most. So if you love Jesus the absolute most, you might have someone come up to you and say some off-topic stuff, and you're like, why is this person saying this to me? Someone in the live is like, well, the real sun you should worship is the sun in the sky. That's the God. And I'm just like, and the person was trying to change something in the live, like trying to change what the Bible said. Like, well, this in the Bible wasn't accurate because it doesn't have pictures. My guide said that since the Bible doesn't have pictures, it's not accurate. I'm like, your guides are a bunch of trickster spirits. They're not even demons. But I'm so passionate, so they'll look for your passions as well. So they'll look for avenues in where you're passionate, and they'll start emphasizing it. So they'll try to get you mad. But how do you counter this? So I talked about all these different overstimulants and things that lead up to you getting mad. Maybe you're just someone who gets mad when something happens. Maybe someone made you... And I'm going to tell you right now, you might not like to hear this, nothing and no one can get you mad. You let it get you mad. That's the hardest part to accept about this entire video. God gives us free will. He gives us so many emotions to have. We get to pick and choose. We get to affirm what we want and what we don't want to have in our lives. When you pick to be mad, that was your choice. God can be mad at people. Especially according to the Bible, he's wiped out whole cities and kingdoms and etc., because he's God. He has the best judgment. He is blameless. He knows what's best. Humans don't. So when you're mad, make sure you're not acting upon that energy of being mad, the energy of being angry, because anything you do from that point will be your immediate karma and your future karma. So this is another example. You're driving, you're out and about, and you're in a rush. That's the worst thing you can do. That's when you're in a rush somewhere, you're mad at everyone. Now you're driving like a crazy person. Well, most people. So when you get to where you have to go, you're just taking it out on everyone. Meow. And you're in traffic and you see these people who are just beeping and honking and like, this person's angry, they must be, and they're making everyone else's day. I mean, like I said, no one can make you mad, but some people don't have that defense level. So they don't know that they can't be made mad, and they're letting these feelings in because they really don't know how to fight them. I still have hair on my face from earlier. And yes, my hair's growing long now, but the thing about that, I would like you guys to get in the habit of, why do I laugh? It's because most of the things that can get you mad, you can shake off. You can just be like, just wipe it off like the hair in my face. So the hair, way back then, very long time ago when I was young, everything used to make me mad. And I know people who were like that too. So I realized, I'm like, hey, this doesn't best serve me. Every time I'm mad, it just makes crazier stuff happen. And once you're mad, you're out of the vibration of wealth, out of the vibration of abundance, out of the vibration of blessings. All these good things that are supposed to come to you are now put on. It's literally like you hit a hold button because you're mad. Nothing good comes from being mad. People are like, well, and I'm gonna say this again because this is the number one. This is the number one point. The number one point is that people will flat out be like, okay, you have to make. Most of the stuff in the world has been accomplished because someone got mad and they changed it. Well, you don't need to get mad to change something. You can get motivated. You can get inspired. You can get passionate. But once you're mad and you make a change, then your judgment's tinted. Because when people are mad, and people are like, well, when I'm mad, I don't. Yes, when you're mad, it's a vibration. It's not about if I am when I'm mad. I'm a different kind of. It's a vibration. It's a vibration that doesn't fit with other vibrations. That's just like when I tell people you can't work with angels and demons. When in the Bible have you heard about a demon chilling in heaven after things have happened? Never. They're not allowed up there. They want to go back, but they can't. They actually can't. That's why there's seraphim at the gates of the firmament. But the thing is, give God your anger. Anger is not an emotion that's ever fit for humans. It's not good for us. We don't even know what to do with this. We can't even do much with it. It tanks our vibration, takes us out of every good vibration. It doesn't, you can be fed up with something. You can be not tolerate it anymore, but it doesn't mean you have to be mad. So I would like you guys to disassociate from the feelings of being mad or angry. That's not doing anything for you. Do I get mad? Not really. I laugh it off. Do I vent sometimes? A little bit, but not for being mad, more so out of passion. And how can I correct myself and be like, well, because when you have this energy, because mad goes into your heart and into your stomach. If you pay attention when you get mad, your throat gets a little warm, your heart gets a little warm, and your stomach gets a little warm. So you think you're mad when that's just an energy. That energy is holding you down from your blessings. But if you recognize that these are just energies, this is just a vibration that gets stayed in your chakra because that feeling has popped up. Recognize like, hey, this anger is not my own. Because I'm going to tell you something about this enemy. This enemy sends you this emotion because they're mad. They can't get back into heaven. They're facing a very specific karma on Judgment Day. And they're stuck with people because people have brought them on. So when you get mad, give it to God. Give it to the Most High. Because He knows how to take that away from you. He knows how to act upon that. Judge not lest you be judged yourself. So when you make a judgment for being mad, especially at another person, you're going to see that come back to you for weeks, even months. But that's the whole thing. Get in a habit of disassociating with the feeling of mad. When people say I'm mad or I'm angry, people who are mad or angry, they sit like an egg in the sun. They're getting cooked, but they can't really move. Instead of being an egg being cooked and can't move, be the round egg that rolls away and just doesn't get cooked. Good analogies, Toe Man. But yeah, just don't take on the feelings of being mad. Get in a habit of wiping it off. Just get in a habit of stopping yourself. Discipline, self-control, because it's been made very, very apparent in this day and age. These are emotions we're supposed to feel. Well, and this is just a good argument. Well, God gave us the emotion of being mad. We can be mad. Well, we can be hateful too. God gave us several emotions, but it's in our free will. Light and dark don't fit in the same space. They don't fit in the same space at all. And some people who have said, well, you need a little bit of the dark to appreciate the light. There's so much darkness around us right now. If you're starting to appreciate the darkness around you, you're not going to be able to appreciate the light. What do I mean by that? Be like, well, I disagree. Well, if you're someone who's already appreciating darkness when your darkness is around you, then all the light around you is running away. I'm going to say this right now. The most evil people I've ever come across in my entire life is the people who say you have to have a little bit of dark or you have to do some bad to appreciate the good. Those people have done the worst things I've ever seen humans do, and that's always the number one thing they say. That's the biggest red flag. So I've heard the same thing from so many different people who have done so much bad. Because you can agree with that, and it can sound right, and it can sound fine. Well, you have to understand, there's no darkness in heaven. There's not darkness in heaven. And be like, well, heaven's not a physical place. Yes, it is. It is. It's a spiritual place and it's a physical place. You're gonna find out upon end times. Things will get very real. End times is around the corner. No YouTuber is gonna talk about this because this is real. But well, you've been saying end times is around the corner forever. It's at a very specific time, only known by God. Now. And that's why people who have made all these different predictions about end times, they're wrong because God is God. He lets us know when end times is. And it's not when anyone can predict it. I'll tell you that right now. It can happen tomorrow. You'd be shocked. Whew. But get in the habit of, oh, that's another thing too. For the people who watch the videos this deep, get in a habit of laughing at things that are supposed to make you angry. What will this do? It's kind of like, just picture your worst enemy. Now picture them in a clown wig and a clown nose, driving a clown car. You can't take them seriously. So they're not your enemy anymore. Now when you see them, it's like, what? What you doing? You're a clown now. Same thing with, and I'll do this all the time. Remember, I spilled and I have white clothes. I wear nothing but white. I remember I spilled, and I have activated charcoal toothpaste for the whitening, and without fluoride, and I spilled it all over my clothes, and I'm like, it looks like an art design. Look at that. I remember I dropped a bunch of beads on the ground. I'm like, well, I hope they don't roll away. And the more you're able to get not frustrated or mad, the more blessings come to you. The more of what you want comes into your life, and the more you make the enemy look flat out silly. Because they're gonna, after you master not getting mad, not getting angry, you become such a powerful person. It doesn't feel like it, but since you give your anger and all this bad emotion to God, because I'm specifically talking about anger and being mad, you're one of the most powerful people ever if you can give up being angry and give it to God. Why are you the most powerful person ever if you can give it to God? Because you acknowledge that God is God and He takes your anger from you and He acts. When it comes to judgment, let Him judge. He's the judge. We can't judge other people. Our situation is help with Him to help judge certain situations because we don't know everything. We don't know everything. People don't want to admit that. Like, all these YouTubers like, well, I know absolutely everything. Like, no one's going to... I've been doing this for 20 years. Well, that's why you're stuck there. It's because you haven't grown because you think you know everything. Now, yeah. Or they cap knowledge and then pretend to know everything. But that's not even a topic for another video. Get in the habit of giving your anger to God. And what do I mean? Recognize what anger is. If you sit with yourself, the next time something tries to make you mad, sit down in a chair. Give yourself some time and really just think about it. Ponder the energies that are happening. Just slow things down. Hit the time button. Hit the time stop button. Just be like, okay, ask yourself, what am I feeling? And one thing you can do, if you're feeling mad about this, affirm the complete opposite. Make an affirmation, okay, I'm not mad anymore. I'm completely calm. I'm happy. And anything that tries to get me mad is actually just something, it's just making me happy. It's being transmuted. It's just, anything that's trying to make me mad is actually trying to make me laugh. Ooh, you ever hear certain people who make a lot of jokes, they'll tell you a joke and those people, they don't know how to make a joke sometimes, but they'll make you mad by accident, but you realize it's a joke and you laugh anyway. Apply that to every time something tries to get you mad. This is a really important topic because this is something you can truly master. This is something you can truly master. So you can never not ever get angry ever, but you can stop it about 99% of the time once you master it. Acknowledge that anger is not an emotion that best suits us. It really doesn't. Anytime someone has gotten angry, something not good happens afterwards, their vibration tanks. Anger is not what you think it is, it's a very specific vibration. That's why we feel it in our heart, we feel it in our mind, we feel it in our soul. If you're angry from a trauma that's happened in the past, forgive, give it to God and let Him take care of it. And then that makes your soul a whole much more free. Well, I can't ever forgive this person. Well, 20 years will go by and every day you're stuck on that one person when God has given you the free will to do some kind of healing to move on. It may sound traumatic. It may sound, I mean, not sound traumatic. It may be sound a little harsh, but it's not what people are teaching. You can give these emotions to God. You can ask Him to take it off of you. God, please, this anger is not my own. And recognize the anger is not your own and give it to God. It's not your anger. If you want it to be your anger, then it's your anger. If you claim that anger, and when has someone ever not claimed anger? We're getting trained to claim everything that's negative, but we're not getting trained to claim things that are positive. So when's the last time you were positive? I mean, you're feeling good and calm, and you're like, I am good and I am calm. You only claim stuff when things pop up. So get in the habit of claiming whenever you start feeling angry. Just be like, whatever. Affirm it like this. Write my affirmation down. Anything that's trying to get me angry is hilarious. This is hilarious. And then you'll make the enemy mad, yelling and screaming because this particular enemy. And you better. This is why I'm breaking this enemy into a very particular series. It's because once you know their tactic, it's like, oh, it doesn't really work anymore. It can't really do much. I'll have to make more. I'm definitely going to do one on fear next. So after anger, if you're not an angry person, and anger is at the root chakra too. So you can work with root chakra crystals such as black tourmaline, smoky quartz, etc. But this is at a soul level. So this is why I talk about crystals a little bit less, which if you pick your own gemstones, amethyst helps calm anger down, but it doesn't fix it 1,000% because we still have a human soul that has free will and we can defy the energy of the amethyst if we really want to. The amethyst will not override our free will. You can get your amethyst from FloridaStoneman.com. Woohoo! It's like amethyst knuckles. Anytime something tries to get you mad, you could just knock it out of the park. This video is getting a little long. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. I do mean this message. People will disagree with it, but for the people who disagree with my message, that's okay, but what's your anger doing for you? Like, people will click off a video, well, he can't tell me I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry right now. What's that doing for you? It's not healing people. It's not bringing people together. It's not making you money. It's not benefiting anyone. It's not taking you to your highest good. It's taking you away from God because you would trust God to take that anger off of you. It's separating you. It's doing all these awful things, but you want to get angry. That's your free will, and that's your blessings. So if you like your blessings, get in a habit of not being angry, and you'll notice they start coming back into your life. So even if the method I didn't teach, anything I didn't teach is something for you to come up on your own. So let's just say laughing works for me. So I'll spill coffee on the ground. I'll walk through a puddle of water. I'm like, look at that. Now my shoes are like, now they're like Avatar waterbender shoes. And I'll make fun of everything. For people who want to make fun of me, people will laugh at me in public sometimes. Like the spring breakers who are very mischievous and break stuff and go into stores and break because they're just flat out evil. When they laugh at me, I just look at them and I laugh too. I'm like, I'm laughing with you. I'm on the right side of karma, but when you give it to God, He'll take care of it. If you want to take care of it yourself, then guess what? You're stuck on your own. You have a choice. That's your free will. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. If you'd like your own custom gemstone jewelry, I do make customs as well. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.